Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Time to start carving this thing. So hope everybody's having a great week. I'm just anxious to get at this and get this thing carved and see how it's going to come out. So I'm going to do the lettering first. I always try on my projects as much as possible. I want to get the hard stuff done first, and these letters will definitely be the hardest part of the carving on this. Especially these out here with the black shadow letters around them. So I'm using my profile bit. This is one that I've used, probably carved 100 signs with it. So it's ground down a little bit, but I think it's the right size for what I want to do on this. So these letters are all going to be outset. Everything that's black will be carved inset. So did you get on that profile bit? So let's get to it. I'm gonna put my cheaters on and get after this thing. All right, get my little lights going here. We're using the profile bit with the 611 router. Let's get after it. Here we go. So here's where I need to be really careful, guys. I'm still going to make these outset, but I've got to leave, I'm going to go back at a different depth afterwards and cut these fat shadows around the letters. So I'm going to actually take my bit up just slightly and be not quite as wide a line. Alright folks, I think you can get an idea of what I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this here and these, and then I'll come back and we'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, so I have finished up all the lettering at my shallow depth. Now what I'm going to do, and it's been a while since I carved through this, through paper or this vinyl. My goal is to get everything marked and at least scribed so I can get this vinyl off here. Then I can see what I really have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve the rest of this detail. I'm going to do this line first. Again, this base line here is, anytime you're doing a straight line like that, that's the most difficult part. So I'm going to do that first. Then I'm going to get this kind of this complicated stuff through here done, and I'll do that on camera, and we'll get that done, and then get everything marked and carved at a shallow depth. Then we can get this vinyl off here and go back and carve everything else deeper. So I'm going to do this kind of up here. I'm hoping this doesn't mess up your camera angle, babe. Here we go. turn it around and go the other direction. I'm making your job hard, I'm sorry. Alright, now I'm going to get this kind of detail through here just to make sure I got it all. Change the depth. Okay, I think I got pretty much. Now the thing about this is carving through paper and carving through vinyl, guys, is I really won't know, because the way this stuff curls up, I really won't know exactly where my line is, and that's why I want to get it all pretty much marked out, rip that vinyl off, then I can go back and straighten up these lines, which is exactly what I'll do. So I am going to go ahead and get the rest of this done off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll, by the time we come back, I should have this vinyl ready to pull off. Alright, you guys, I've got all of my lines pretty much carved. Now what I want to do is I want to get all of that vinyl off and figure out what I need to straighten out. The thing about carving through vinyl and or paper is that I don't know exactly where my line is because of the way it curls up, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. So I always figure I want to take my vinyl off and figure out exactly where my lines are. So we're going to kind of expose this thing and kind of see where we're at right now. Like I mentioned earlier, or the other day, that this vinyl actually peels off pretty easily as compared to if it was just paper. So I need to, then what I'll do is I'll mark what needs to be black. For instance, you know, once this vinyl's off, what's black and what's white, that's where having a good printout of exactly what your artwork is a good idea. So some of this will be background, some of it won't, and it's really good to know what's what. So once this stuff is all off, then I can not only figure out what's black, what's white, or wood color, but also exactly where my lines are, so I can figure that all out. So what we'll do is we'll get all this stuff off and see what it looks like, and then I need to obviously go back on some of these letters and do my kind of my shadow on these letters as well. I'm making a mess. You can see vinyl actually peels off pretty easily. But all these letters, or most all of these lines are not deep enough for me. I'm going to need to go back and cut them deeper. Although the actual lines themselves, what I'll be doing really is cutting just outside of the lines. But I'll show you as I progress with this thing. But the lines are not looking too bad. Brush it out here. Want me to turn it around your way?
No, you didn't get all your vinyl off.
Yeah. There's a few more pieces here. You can see these are really thin, so I'm going to go back and cut those deeper. I'm going to cut a lot of this stuff deeper. Some of the lines are pretty good, but that's kind of where we're at right now, guys. So that'll be it for today's video. On Friday, we'll go back and get the rest of this carving done on the design, and then we'll get this border done. So that'll be on Friday's video. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this, please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If share it if you would, and we appreciate all the support. Appreciate you guys watching and staying with us through this project. We'll see you guys on Friday. Enjoy your week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.